K-pop idols often change their appearance, but some have undergone really drastic transformations that ended up being quite dangerous for their health. One of the most discussed cases revolves around Soyou of SISTAR, who has shocked fans and sparked a lot of buzz online various times after unveiling her dramatic transformation and her troubles with gaining and losing weight. At the height of SISTAR's popularity, the group was known as the Summer Queens of K-pop, and part of this reputation came from the slim and fit appearance of the members, especially Soyou. She became a fashion icon thanks to her gorgeous proportions and stunning looks, and her diet was always a topic of discussion. In fact, Soyou often shared diet tips and details of her workout routine, showing herself exercising and preparing healthy food. She once even revealed that she has a very unique way of checking her weight, as she prefers looking at her body in the mirror rather than stepping on a scale. Since Soyou became known for her healthy tips and slim appearance, fans were shocked when, in 2021, she revealed that she actually got some unexpected benefits from gaining weight. She shared that during the pandemic, she had almost no schedules, and she felt like she had no need to maintain her figure. For this reason, she began eating a lot, and she confessed that indulging in a lot of delicious food made her much happier and also helped her fall asleep quickly. Soyou also argued that gaining weight added to her curves, especially her chest, and she actually loved her new look. However, she also shared that she suffered some disadvantages too, as she often felt lethargic and couldn't fit into most of her clothes anymore. Soyou also explained that she spent months gaining 10 kilograms and then dieting heavily to lose them, but this clearly wasn't a healthy habit. She kept having troubles with fitness and maintaining her body shape during the pandemic, and she explained that during her time, she reached her heaviest weight ever, at 62.4 kilograms. While this weight wouldn't be a problem for most people, it didn't really fit Soyou's very slim figure, and she was even diagnosed with mild obesity. After learning this news, she became determined to get back to her old shape and began an intensive dieting program. Soyou revealed that she shed a lot of weight in just 6 weeks, quickly returning to a much more slender look. However, she explained that her diet and workout regime were specifically made for her body and warned fans that following her program blindly won't do them any good. In any case, losing weight helped Soyou regain her confidence, and she continued to take care of her body. By 2023, she had well-defined abs once again, and her great figure allowed her to be featured in the fashion magazine Cosmopolitan. Fans were awestruck by Soyou's body transformation and her new looks, and many complimented her commitment to return to a flawless appearance. Soyou's quick transformation made people even more curious about how she managed to do it, and so she returned to share dieting tips and clips of her workout program. During an appearance on a TV show, Soyou talked about her drastic weight loss, sharing that she lost an astounding 8 kilograms in just 2 weeks, showing shocking photos of her quick transformation. When the host asked her how she managed to lose so much weight so quickly, Soyou revealed crazy details on the trouble she had while trying to keep her weight in check. She explained that on one occasion, she had to film a YouTube video, and she purposely gained weight and then lost it. However, she quickly regretted her decision, as losing weight proved to be much harder than she thought, and she had to resort to the unhealthy habit of just not eating. She continued by saying that she then got hired to film a commercial and became worried about her figure, so she dieted hard and dropped back to 50 kilograms. Following this schedule, she planned to increase her weight to 65 kilograms over the course of 3 months, but this quickly proved to be unhealthy, and she stopped at 62.4 kilograms. At that point, she began her drastic dieting program that led her to regain her slim figure. This process was full of hurdles, not only because of her diet, but also because Soyou injured her foot and couldn't exercise for 2 months. When she decided that she needed to shed a lot of weight as fast as possible, Soyou resorted to a diet that was extremely severe and brought her to the point of starving. She shockingly revealed that for the first few weeks of her new diet, she only ate 4 quail eggs without yolk per day and nothing else. While Soyou was happy that this helped lose weight fast, she also made sure to explain that this method was very unhealthy, adding that her example shouldn't be followed. Soyou also added that following this extreme first section of her weight loss program, she moved to a much healthier schedule, keeping her weight in check with well-prepared meals and a lot of exercise. Netizens were shocked by how drastic Soyou's diet was, and many argued that starving herself to lose weight was quite foolish and could have resulted in severe consequences. Talking once again about her weight loss program on her YouTube channel, Soyou shared how she created her healthy diet, abandoning her previous problematic habits. She explained that the first step was to create a meal plan that wasn't too restrictive compared to her usual diet, because otherwise it would have been too hard to maintain. Then Soyou made sure to underline that a healthy diet requires eating all 3 meals, without skipping anything and without going to extreme measures. She also added that if one doesn't enjoy eating a particular meal, that could be swapped with something small and simple that contains protein. She then explained that she prepared all of her meals herself, as making her own food helped her stick to her diet. Finally, she shared that she keeps a food diary, taking photos or writing down what she ate. Despite the fact fact that she was eating healthy meals and following a strict workout routine, it seems like at some point something went wrong as Soyou returned to gain weight. In early 2025, she started to prepare for her first comeback in 2 years, and she once again became determined to have a toned body. In a vlog she posted in April, she revealed pictures showing her body transformation before and after her latest diet. Her earlier appearance emphasized healthy curves, while in her new look, Soyou has a much slimmer silhouette and a toned abdomen. Discussing her diet, she revealed that eating vegetables was very important, while underlining that starving isn't the right way to lose weight. She also explained that her new diet allowed her to lose 5.5 kilograms of body fat while adding 1.2 kilograms of muscle mass, adding that she was extremely happy with the result. After the release of her new song PDA on July 16th, Soyou appeared on a radio show and shared updates on her weight loss. She revealed that since January, she lost an astounding 10 kilograms, and this transformation made her almost unrecognizable. She explained that this time she didn't resort to any extreme measures, but instead she relied on a particular food, a high-protein and low-calorie food that she calls cucumber boat. Soyou later shared the recipe on her vlog, revealing that she just basically scoops out the center of a cucumber and then fills it with shredded chicken mixed with a healthy sauce. As Soyou's weight loss once again became a matter of online debate, now many netizens are looking to this recipe as a possible new viral trend. Soyou also explained that looking back at it now, she discovered that she isn't happy with the way she used to look and argued that she was too chubby. She also added that at one point she became obsessed with her hips and started thinking that she would be more beautiful with larger hips, so she gained a lot of weight. However, this caused her some problems, and even her stylist had to tell her that she should lose some weight. While most netizens are happy to see Soyou's latest transformation, some people have instead criticized how she has kept gaining and losing weight over and over, arguing that this behavior is unhealthy. During a recent live broadcast, she responded to the concerns of her fans, explaining that she wouldn't lose any more weight and instead she will now focus on maintaining her current figure. Despite this, she confessed that the packed schedule around the time of her comeback has prevented her from eating well, but she reassured fans that this is only temporary. She also addressed the rumors that she underwent plastic surgery to slim down her face, explaining that her different appearance was just a result of a change in makeup and her slimmer jawline was caused by her weight loss. After years of troubles, it seems like Soyou has finally found some balance. With an established diet, strong confidence, and a firm commitment to keep her weight stable, hopefully now she can maintain her slim figure without impacting her health. What do you think of Soyou's weight troubles? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to discover more about the intense diets and routines that Korean celebrities have gone through to maintain their image. But Soyou's story isn't the only one that left fans in shock. There are many more idols whose extreme transformations raised serious concerns. In the competitive K-pop industry, many idols often undergo dramatic body transformations, but some weight loss journeys are so extreme that they become almost unrecognizable because of how much weight they lost and how thin they become. aespa member Hayoung has taken her transformation to another level, having lost about 13 kilos. aespa as a whole made an appearance on the show Knowing Bros in April of this year and reminisced on their time together as a group. Whatever opinions or thoughts they had though, they unanimously agreed that Hayoung had changed the most in appearance. Weight was apparently a significant insecurity for Hayoung during her time with aespa, so she mentioned that while she misses her members during her solo projects, one positive aspect of it all was that she wasn't being compared to anyone anymore. In particular, she recalled an incident that heightened this insecurity when she saw a photo from an interview where she was sitting at the front and to her appeared larger than the other members. Chorong, her fellow aespa member, remembered that after that photo, Hayoung became hesitant to stand in the front or center. Hayoung also noted that she felt like the big one in aespa, and even though she was thin, she said that she appeared even larger when standing with the other members. Hayoung's bandmates then said that they noticed that she became more fashion conscious and started wearing trendier clothes since losing weight. You can see just from her pictures and the way she carries herself that she has gained a lot of confidence after reaching her target weight, which is heartwarming. Girls' Generation's Tiffany hasn't changed all that much at a first glance, but after some careful observation, you can see that she has gotten thinner. She made an appearance at a press conference for her new drama Uncle Samsik at the Grand Intercontinental Seoul Parnas in Gangnam-gu alongside director Shin Yeon-sik and a star-studded cast, including Song King-hoo, Byeon Yohan, Jin Ki-ju, So Hyun-woo, and others. She looked absolutely stunning in a white bodycon dress with sparkling silver details at the top, paired with white heels, and styled her long hair in soft waves. However, it was her outfit that made it more noticeable that she had lost a bit of weight, to the point that netizens claimed that they didn't recognize her. In addition to that, some are assuming that she had gone under the knife. They claimed that her face looked longer and that her smile and lips seemed different. Some even made harsh comments comparing her to Boa and Taeyeon, who have faced similar scrutiny over alleged cosmetic enhancements. Comments included, "Losing weight like this just made your head bigger than your frame," and "What's wrong with Tiffany and Taeyeon? They both look like they haven't had a proper meal?" Regardless of the comments, it doesn't change the fact that Tiffany looked show-stopping, which likely explains why some people were so bothered in the first place. aespa's Winter has also unfortunately received a lot of negative comments about her appearance and weight. Looking at everything though, she was definitely unhealthy back in 2023 when aespa were promoting the title track Spicy. In this particular M Countdown performance, which happened back in May of last year, Winter was wearing a pink sports bra and a plaid skirt. As she was moving, you could definitely notice her ribs, which was pretty concerning to witness. Everything got even more concerning when you notice that there's a stark difference from how she looked before. Thankfully, it seems that Winter is doing okay now, at least based on her recent sightings and appearances. Hyuna has been in the spotlight recently due to her weight and appearance, which she openly talked about. To be more specific, she revealed how unhealthy her diets and eating habits were and how they negatively impacted her well-being. Even though Hyuna looks a lot healthier now, there was a period a few years ago that she was worryingly skinny. Back in 2020, she even had to postpone her album as she was suffering from vasovagal syncope. This is a condition that leads to fainting in some people, which can be caused by several triggers such as intense emotions and pain, prolonged exercise, skipping meals, or dehydration. Even though back then, P-Nation didn't give any details about what had caused this, Hyuna reveals that it was because she didn't consume any food for weeks. When she appeared on Rain's Season B season, Hyuna revealed that in the past, she used to weigh only 40 kilos as she would force herself to only eat a piece of gimbap to stay skinny. Being 164 cm tall, this made her body mass index only 15, meaning that she was severely underweight. She said, "That destroyed me. By 26, I was so unhealthy." Then, in an episode of Point of Omniscient Interfere, Hyuna recalled how she once starved herself for a week and even admitted that she would go weeks without eating. This, of course, worsened her condition and she ended up fainting quite a lot during a single month. Her manager said, "Hyuna starved herself to keep the weight off, so she was malnourished. She passed out one too many times. The staff has worked with her for a long time, so we all had our part in making sure she didn't faint." The other staff members also revealed that they all grew concerned over Hyuna's extreme diet, to the point that they cried when a music video shoot ended without her fainting. At the time, it was obvious that Hyuna wasn't feeling well due to how thin she had gotten, but nobody had an idea what was going on behind the scenes. Thankfully, she's all better and healthier now, and even though her current relationship with former Highlight member Junyoung is highly controversial and criticized, she also seems very happy. In her own words, "Starting last year, I think I'm starting to understand happiness more and more. I'm feeling content and grateful at the little things in life and realizing that's all it takes to be happy." She later shared a picture of a scale, showing that her weight had reached 46.6 kilos. This is still considered underweight, but seeing as she used to weigh even less, this can be seen as an accomplishment. Rise's Sohee has always been on the smaller side when it comes to weight, but recently, his appearance has gotten really worrying. During the promotions for their latest title track, Boom Boom Bass, the members of Rise all wore white t-shirts and black pants, which made them look both casual and fashionable. However, in one of the pictures that the fans took, Sohee's ribcage can be seen peeking through the shirt, alarming everyone. In another clip captured by a fan, Sohee is seen wearing a shirt and loose-fitted jeans which reach just past his knees. In this outfit, fans could notice his skinny ankles, making it obvious that he has lost a lot of weight. As expected, everyone who noticed his frail figure got worried, urging him to focus on his health. Netizens made comments like, "Is this real? Wow. Lee Sohee, please eat some meat right now." And, "But seriously, he's way too skinny. I'm worried about his health. I wonder if he's been eating well." But what caused him to lose weight so drastically, to the point that you can see how skinny he is through his shirt? There's actually a few explanations about what went on with Sohee. One of them is very simple, and it's something that happens to almost every idol: busy schedules, diets, and lots of practicing. Since Rise were preparing to make their comeback with Boom Boom Bass, it's more than likely that the company made them follow strict diets so they can stay in shape during promotions. But even without an approaching comeback, the group had been quite busy ever since their first release in August 2021 2023, and even though the members were enthusiastic about promoting, they were only human and started getting tired. Wonbin talked about finding it hard to gain weight because of how occupied he was all the time, while Shotaro apologized to fans for not feeling well during a pre-recording for Music Core. Sohee also had talked about how he fell asleep instead of eating because he didn't want his face to feel swollen the next day. It's no wonder that this is affecting the members' health so much. What could also be a reason for why he lost so much weight is the hate he has been facing before even debuting. Sohee has gotten a lot of harsh criticism regarding his appearance and background ever since he was introduced as a member of the group. Even before debuting, netizens have urged him to undergo plastic surgery to fix his looks and dug up his childhood photos to mock his appearance. He was also unfairly ridiculed for growing up in a poor household, with one netizen even looking up the price of his curtains to prove that he and his family didn't have any money. Considering all this, it's not surprising if these comments have negatively impacted his mental health, potentially leading to significant weight loss. Regardless of the cause, we hope Sohee can prioritize his health and that SM allows him to take some time to rest and recover. IVE fans are also worried that Liz lost weight because of the hate she got. Back when IVE debuted, Liz got a lot of praise over her visuals, but during the promotions of Love Dive, people said that she had gained a bit of weight. This led to some unnecessary and cruel comments towards her appearance. Liz was urged to go on a diet and to quote-unquote take better care of herself, even comparing her to her fellow members Wonyoung and Yoojin. The comments were especially vile, with netizens saying, "If you want to make a lot of money, you should be responsible as an idol. If you don't like it, you can work as a commoner." And no, this isn't a malicious comment, but does she really not manage her body? The comments got worse every time Liz made a public appearance, with netizens projecting their own insecurities and joblessness on her. However, Liz ended up losing all the weight at the beginning of the year, just like everyone had demanded of her. Thankfully, since the weight loss wasn't immediate, we can safely assume that it was done in a healthy way. She especially got attention during the I Am era, as netizens praised her for looking like her old self. This didn't mean that the criticism against her stopped, though. Many accused her of photoshopping her pictures to look skinnier, while others commented on her photos as if she had committed a crime, with one of them saying, "It's too late for her to go back." Twice Jihyo too, she got prettier after losing weight, but it took her so long that everyone still remembers her for her old face. Liz also ended up like that. It's absurd how much hate Liz received for no reason, and even after meeting everyone's expectations, the criticism didn't stop. What's important is that Liz is healthy and that she's happy with the way she looks. Blackpink's Rose in particular had a lot of fans concerned over her most recent appearance, as they fear that she has lost too much weight. To be fair, there have been plenty of occasions in which people showed concerns about Rose's health and well-being after noticing her appearance. Sure, she has always had a slimmer figure, but there were times in which it was obvious that she was at an unhealthy weight. For example, just last year, when Blackpink were on their Born Pink World Tour, a video of Rose performing at the largest stadium in France, Stade de France, went viral. She wore a cropped top during a performance of On the Ground that revealed her ribcage whenever she lifted her arms or whenever she moved, basically. This led to netizens expressing concern over Rose's appearance, saying she looked basically skin and bones. This worry resurfaced recently on two separate occasions. The first one was a video of hers that was shared at the beginning of June, in which Rose is wearing a crop top and shorts. At the beginning of the clip, she's standing around and then bends down to pet a dog. Even though she looks great, many couldn't help but notice that her legs were looking thinner than usual. A Twitter user wrote, "I love Rose with all my heart, but you can't say she looks healthy. Us saying she's too skinny doesn't mean we're body shaming her, we are just worried." In a more recent occasion, she appeared at the 2024 Andom Fashion Awards in Paris, France, as she served as a judge. Because her appearance was a pretty big deal, the official TikTok account of the French magazine Gala shared a lot of videos in which she can be walking or posing for the camera. She wore a black satin mini dress which she kept pulling up as she was walking, but she looked fabulous either way. It was particularly concerning for them to observe that Rose seemed unwell and had a notably skinnier appearance than usual. It's likely that Rose is healthy and looks the same as always, but it's normal for fans to be worried knowing just how demanding and harsh the industry is. Lastly, Idol's Minnie had a few people alarmed over her recent appearance. To give some context, she recently posted pictures of herself at the beach as an ad for the high-end fashion brand Miu Miu. In the 9 photos that she posted, she showed off her outfit as well as her gorgeous face with no makeup on. It was her visuals that made the post reach millions of likes, but there was something else that people noticed in the pictures. You could see her ribcage when she was posing. Just like every idol though, she has been skinny during her entire career, but users pointed out that she has been looking smaller and smaller with every appearance. Fans could do nothing but urge her to take care of herself and not get sick, but with the schedule that the Idol members have been working with lately, it's hard not to. First, leader Soyeon went on hiatus on June 1st due to her poor health. The company announced that she had hoped to join group activities, but since her condition hadn't improved, all her activities were paused so she can focus on her rest and recovery. Then, Yuki posted a worrying Instagram story which read, "I don't want an incredible mentality anymore. I really can't be caught up with horrible people and horrible issues." And Shuhua reposted the same one. Both the members and the fans have spoken up about how tiring everything has gotten, so it's incredibly frustrating that the company Cube Entertainment hasn't taken any measures to ensure the members' safety and well-being. When are K-pop companies going to learn? And even today, the pressure to stay thin hasn't eased. In fact, some of the most alarming transformations have happened just recently. Diets and extreme weight loss aren't exactly new to K-pop idols. Lately, some idols have gotten attention for how much weight they lost, but the situation quickly became very worrisome for fans. IVE's Wonyoung. IVE's Wonyoung's drastic and scary weight loss has been a topic of discussion for a while now. Her visuals have been praised ever since her days in Produce 48 up until her debut with IZ*ONE. Looking like a real-life doll and being taller than most female idols got her a lot of attention, and paired with her talents made her one of the most popular fourth-generation idols. However, because of her height, Wonyoung's weight loss has become even more emphasized. She has always been skinny, but there's an obvious difference in her figure in the past recent years compared to when she was in IZ*ONE, worrying both fans and netizens. There were several posts on Korean online forums discussing Wonyoung's weight loss, and there were also posts that were pointing out that it was weird for her weight to be discussed to this extent by a bunch of strangers. There were even a couple of screenshots from IVE's performances that went viral of Wonyoung looking overly thin, which caused even more concern and even had the haters calling her horrible names over her appearance. However, netizens soon discovered that those pictures were actually edited to make Wonyoung look skinnier than she actually is. In a recent photo taken by the media outlet Osen, Wonyoung had a slim physique, but her figure wasn't as alarmingly thin as it appeared on the edited pictures. This discovery angered fans who were understandably frustrated with the fact that Wonyoung's haters would go to such lengths to make people criticize her. The fans then proceeded to warn media outlets to fact-check before accidentally using the edited pictures in their articles and spreading false information that could potentially lead to Wonyoung getting even more hate. ITZY's Yuna. Just like Wonyoung, ITZY's Yuna also has a naturally skinny frame, but she lost a noticeable amount of weight to the point that fans were worried sick. Her physique had always been praised by netizens, and for it, Yuna credited her fast metabolism, the intense dance practices of her group, and the fact that she doesn't eat anything after 8 p.m. But when ITZY were promoting Loco, many pictures when Yuna was performing on stage went viral, attracting negative comments. Especially during a performance of 20, Yuna's ribcage was seen poking out, causing fans to think that she lost an extreme amount of weight. The same situation happened again when ITZY were performing Mafia in the Morning in Loco, and Yuna's torso was revealed, causing fans to worry about whether she was on an extreme diet. A comment under her fan cam said, "The ribs, I hope they're well taken care of by their management. That doesn't look healthy at all." A netizen even wrote, "It really does look like she doesn't have anything but bones and skin." Others thought that she might be trying to stay skinny due to South Korea's beauty standards. In response to this, ITZY's fans said that Yuna looks skinny, but not to the point that it's unhealthy. Some even said that her ribcage was more visible because of the lighting that was exaggerating the shadows on her body. This didn't lessen the worry of fans who were wondering if the company was overworking them or if they were making the members go through extreme diets. At some point, the discussion got so intense that Yuna herself had to come out and lay the fans' worries to rest. She went on Bubble and told everyone, "I eat well, so don't worry." And then she proceeded to talk about the various foods that she was eating with her fans, reassuring them that there was nothing to be concerned about. ATEEZ Uyoung. Female idols aren't the only ones that feel pressured by the unrealistic South Korean beauty standards, as male idols are also sometimes coerced to lose weight. ATEEZ Uyoung has lost a lot of weight in recent years, and fans noticed it real quick. Based on a fan's post, Uyoung has lost nearly 14 kilograms and overall has been looking a lot thinner lately. To emphasize his weight loss, the fan attached pictures to show the difference and compare how Uyoung used to look in the past, especially how he looked in 2018 and early 2022, and how he looks now. Uyoung has never addressed his weight loss and whether it was caused by extreme dieting or because of how active he is as an idol, but netizens are divided on it. Some think that he looks better after the weight loss and now his handsome features are even sharper. sharper. Some think that he was already skinny before and that he didn't need to lose the weight in the first place. Lovely's baby soul. Lovely's baby soul has experienced a drastic change ever since the group disbanded, and it's hard for netizens to not notice. She has always been skinny, but she's pretty short and still used to have baby fat on her youthful face. This made the weight loss all the more obvious. Her alarming weight loss was noticed by fans when the Lovelyz members got together for Yeon's solo fan meeting. In this fan meeting, her frame was visibly smaller from when fans had last seen her, and her legs were slimmer. This worried the fans, who were wondering if she was sick or was having trouble. She addressed her own weight loss when she did an interview for a YouTube channel called Whereabout Olympics. She revealed that she had lost a staggering 16 kilograms since Lovelyz disbanded. She said that it hadn't been her goal to lose so much weight, as she started her diet with the intention to shed only a few pounds, but then she ended up losing 16 kilograms in the end. She only talked about the weight loss very briefly, but it shocked the fans nevertheless, with them starting to think that there was something more behind her story. Netizens theorized that maybe she had gotten slimmer due to the stress of the group disbanding, as it had been very hard on all of the members. All in all, to their relief, Baby Soul looks very happy and healthy, and that's all that matters to fans. A-Pink's Bulmi. A-Pink's Bulmi is not a stranger to weight loss and diets, as she has revealed many times in the past. She told fans that she usually begins dieting when A-Pink are about to have a comeback or when she is set to film a drama. However, her diets are known to be very extreme, to the point that she experienced problems with her skin due to her weight loss. She had explained, "I lost 8 to 9 kilograms of weight suddenly. After that, my immunity weakened and I developed atopic dermatitis." Bulmi went on to explain that her skin itched and she wasn't allowed to scratch it, so she had to tie her hands with stockings when she fell asleep. It wouldn't work, as she would still scratch at her skin without realizing it and open up wounds. Due to her problems, Bulmi started following a healthier diet and still managed to lose a noticeable amount of weight, but it has come to the point where fans are worried again. When A-Pink were promoting their song Dilemma, a fan cam of Bulmi was posted on various online communities. In the fan cam, Bulmi was wearing a crop top short enough to expose her ribs. Her complexion is also a lot paler compared to what she looked like in the past. Thankfully, now she looks a lot healthier. Big Bang's G-Dragon. As an ambassador for Chanel, G-Dragon attended the brand show on May 5th of this year. He caught everyone's eye by appearing at the event with a baby blue cardigan over a white shirt, but what really got people's attention was how skinny he was. G-Dragon has always been fit, and that's why his frail appearance got fans worried whether he had lost a lot of weight. When someone posted pictures of G-Dragon's outfit at the show, all the commenters could talk about was how skinny he looked. Comments under the post said things like, "Was G-Dragon always this skinny? And I hope he's healthy. He's gotten so skinny." Some thought that it was just the angle of the picture. This wasn't the first time that G-Dragon had worried fans when it came to his health. In June of 2017, he had shocked the public with how skinny he looked at the Chanel Mademoiselle Privé exhibition in Seoul. His weight loss was so severe that his jawline looked much sharper, making netizens believe that he had done plastic surgery on his face. This seemed to be the same case, but nevertheless, fans were hoping that everything was okay with him. ITZY's Ryujin. Another ITZY member that ended up catching attention with her weight loss was Ryujin. There were multiple posts about how much different she looked when she debuted compared to recent comebacks. In the pictures they posted from before, Ryujin's figure looked a lot fuller, but she lost so much weight that her figure looked frail and her thighs were noticeably skinnier. The comments were all wondering just how much weight she was going to lose before it became too much. She has gained back the weight for recent comebacks like Sneakers and Boys Like You, but some fans started to point out the hypocrisy of netizens. They recalled how others reacted when Ryujin had a fuller body and reminded everyone that netizens were throwing hate at her and urging her to lose weight back then. Then when she actually lost the weight, netizens still called her nasty names and urged her to gain weight. Now that she's back to her standard weight again, there are still body shaming comments towards her. You can never win with them. Behind these drastic changes are diet methods that spread like wildfire among fans, many of which are far more dangerous than people realize. Idols' notorious diets and eating habits, shared openly with fans, have raised concerns about how they're influencing their audience. But these idols persist in promoting dangerous weight loss tips, leading recent viral K-pop diets that have gained attention due to their extreme nature. At the beginning of May 2023, Luna member Yeojin alarmed fans when she shared a tip for how to lose weight, which was dangerous for her to follow as well as other people. people. On May 2nd, Yeoljin held a Q&A session on her Instagram account so fans could have the chance to interact with her. A fan went on to ask her about a weight loss tip, and Yeoljin's response was, not eating. The picture was attached to a picture of a weighing scale that showed her weight, which was an unhealthy 34.2 kilograms. Despite opposing opinions, some believed it was better for Yeoljin to honestly share her weight, even if sharing or posting about it could cause harm. These netizens said that if she lied about how she lost weight, then it would cause fans to think, why can't I look like her? A commenter said, not answering is only going to keep deluding fans that they don't have good genetics, unlike the celebrities who just happen to be naturally skinny. Others said that telling her young, impressionable audience to starve so they can stay skinny is a bad move and very dangerous no matter how you look at it. A fan was appalled at the answer, saying that they couldn't believe that not only was Yeoljin telling someone not to eat, but she had also posted a picture of a scale, making it seem like she was bragging about it. While the fans sympathized with her and how she was forced to diet in unhealthy ways, they still said that it's extremely disappointing that she would perpetuate harmful eating habits and contribute to the toxic diet culture. Thankfully, Yeoljin publicly acknowledged that her dieting approach and sharing tips may be harmful. She admitted to not realizing the extent of her influence on young people and advised everyone to prioritize eating well and embracing growth. Recognizing her mistake, Yeoljin expressed her intention to initiate a get healthy endeavor. Before Yeoljin, her former bandmate Soo also shared that she was struggling with unhealthy eating habits. On an episode of Dr. O's Golden Clinic, Chu said that she had been admitted to a hospital in the past because of her unhealthy eating habits. She said, I eat until I can't breathe anymore. When I am stressed out, I do this. I eat until I throw up. I've been to the emergency room because my body stiffed up. Back then, Chu kept denying that she had problems with her eating, but recently, she said that it was getting much better. On a March 23rd video on Cosmopolitan Magazine's YouTube channel, she said that she has recently started loving salad. She shared, I used to starve myself to lose weight. I hated salad and couldn't eat it during my diet in the past, but now there's a salad restaurant that I love and I've been adding more vegetables to my diet. It's heartwarming to see that they're doing better, but it's also terrible to witness just how much Blockberry Creative and other agencies mess their artists up to the point that they see starving as something normal. aespa's Karina also shared her weight loss tips, but it's safe to say that netizens couldn't quite believe that what she was saying was true. She appeared on Lee Young-ji's show No Prepare, where the two discussed various topics, including weight loss. Karina revealed that even though she eats a lot, she is very strict at maintaining her weight. She went on to say that even though she sometimes can eat a whole container of Pringles and even ate a whole pizza by herself, she manages to lose the weight that she gained by exercising. She said, I wear a padded jacket, I wear a tight t-shirt, I wear a swimsuit and run for 4 hours. I listen to idol music. I run and dance. I run while saying, you mean you're so cool, and run around. Lee Young-ji tried to clarify that Karina wasn't just pretending to eat, but she was actually eating a lot, so it seemed like she eats a lot but can't gain weight properly. Karina denied Young-ji's words, saying that she does gain weight easily but loses it just as easily, claiming that she has gained 4 kilograms and lost 4 kilograms in a day. But even though Karina didn't outright tell people to starve themselves, her way of losing weight is extremely unhealthy, so people were criticizing her for oversharing this tip in the first place, as it might influence others to do the same and ruin their health. The comments who were denouncing Karina wrote, that isn't physically possible. If she's talking about fluid loss, that's going to be so dangerous and isn't going to stay off either. I hope no one tries to copy her. While it is better to advise people to exercise, it's still bad to give them tips like this and also give them the idea that they can gain and lose that much weight in a day. aespa's Giselle also shared her diet, and it was bad. According to Giselle herself, she takes a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar on an empty stomach, and then she has 5 almonds and 5 cherry tomatoes. Because of her lack of breakfast, you'd think that she would have a more nutritious lunch, but that's not the case here. For lunch, she has a delicate tofu caprese salad, which isn't quite as extravagant or appetizing as it sounds, as all it has is slices of tomato and soft tofu. Last but not least, for dinner, she has natto gimbap, a vegan version of the traditional Japanese dish made from whole soybeans. Add to that the fact that the aespa members recently revealed that they sleep for a total of 4 to 5 hours when they're promoting their comebacks, and you have a recipe for disaster and putting your well-being in danger. It was especially disheartening considering that the suggestion for her meals came from her trainer, who had recently been praised for wanting to pursue a healthier lifestyle beyond mere weight loss. Not only is it worrying that she consumes side dishes and snacks as complete meals, but when considering her high activity level, regular exercise, and inadequate sleep, we have every right to be concerned for her health. It's also sad that she, along with many idols, view this as normal and believes it to be a healthy lifestyle. Brave Girls member Yoo Jung also spoke out about how she had to basically starve when her group got attention all of a sudden. She appeared appeared on KBS 2's I'm Hungry, where she said that she had given up on herself completely before Rollin' blew up. However, it all changed when they got popular overnight. She confessed that she had seen people calling the members pig girls and piglets, which led Yoo-jung to going on a diet. She starved herself completely, but she also almost lost her life because of it. Yoo-jung said that she woke up covered in blood one day due to the fact that she had scratched herself all night because of an allergic reaction brought about by a decline in her immunity system. They sent her to the hospital where she was told that she was going to end up losing her life if she caught a cold because of how weak her immune system had become due to not eating. Thankfully, she's taking better care of herself now, and this horrible episode of her life is far behind her. Gongwon Sonya's Mia didn't promote any unhealthy diets, but she did talk about how her company basically forced their artists to starve themselves and even report their weight to the management staff. Gongwon Sonya made headlines at the beginning of the year when it was revealed that the company had mistreated the members. After the group won the lawsuit to terminate their contracts, one of the members, Mia, has spoken up about the way the Wave Music treated her and her fellow members, especially the strict diets that they were forced to maintain. In an interview with the Asahi Shimbun newspaper, she said that every time she came back from school, she had to start practicing and have vocal lessons. She also said, every time I went to practice, I weighed myself in front of my manager. I had to report my diet, like I'll eat bananas and boiled eggs, or I'll only eat one apple. I felt like I was going crazy. Mia also revealed that the Gongwon Sonya members got closer together because they'd steal the food from the staff during video shoots. Mia went on, usually at that age, we'd be talking about boys, but we always talked about food. The only fun was sneaking out of the dorm and going to the convenience store. 21 member Pakbom made an appearance on an episode of On and Off where she shared how she was living on Ganghwa Island and how she lost 11 kilograms. Bom said that she moved to the island so she could work on her album and also start her diet. She explained that she starts her day at 6 a.m., emphasizing that it's important to stick to a diet plan and eat on time. On the food that she eats as part of the diet, Bom said that she would have 5 rice balls paired with lettuce and German turnip for breakfast, surprising the panelists who asked her if she got hungry since that seemed like too little food to eat for a meal. Bom replied, it's very filling once you get used to it. Though it did seem like she missed eating desserts and snacks. She said that she visited a cafe as she was taking a walk, and it became so bad that she couldn't take her eyes off the pastry. She said, I didn't have any bread for 6 months. I can't hold back. This made her buy a piece of pastry and eat it quickly before her manager arrived. While not the most dangerous diet featured on this list, it is concerning to witness the normalization of idols consuming very few amounts of foods to maintain their image, even when they're already in excellent physical condition. What are your thoughts on this? And it didn't stop there. More harmful trends kept surfacing, with idols unknowingly inspiring routines that could seriously damage fans' health. K-pop idols are known to partake in rigorous diets that may jeopardize their health in the long run. With such ridiculous beauty standards, idols do the most to remain in shape, and sometimes they take the most drastic measures. Here are the most extreme K-pop diets. Twice's Momo. This is one of the most extreme diets known to exist in K-pop, and I can't believe that the company ever let Momo go through this. Before her debut with Twice, Momo spent her trainee days practicing and preparing for the debut. From her skills to her looks, everything should have been kept on track. To get an ideal body, Momo went on a diet, and this was no ordinary diet either. During a V live stream, Momo revealed that before she debuted, the company told her that she must lose 15 pounds. The problem is that she had to lose this weight in only a week. She said, I was told I had to lose 7 kilograms no matter what. That was the only way to be on the showcase. There was a D-Day. That's why she went to the extremes to lose weight in what's known as one of the worst diets in the K-pop industry. It came to the point that she was scared for her own life. Momo said, I didn't eat anything for the whole week and went to the gym all the time. I spat all the time, so there was no water in my body. And when I laid down on the bed and tried to sleep, I was scared that I wouldn't wake up again, so I suddenly started crying. But what was this dangerous diet that shocked everyone? Turns out that she only ate ice cubes, but she's still worried that even the ice cubes would make her gain weight. She revealed, I ate 1 cube of ice, but I thought that I might get fat with even that. That's what I did, but I didn't lose 7 kilograms by the D-Day, so they gave me about 3 more days. The members were also very worried about her and said that she looked so pale that they were concerned that she was going to pass out. Thankfully, she managed to gain her weight back, but I can't believe the extreme she went to for her diet. EXO Xiumin. Now, it would certainly be unfair if we didn't include male idols in this list because they're also victims of South Koreans' unrealistic beauty standards. One of the idols that went through an extreme diet to match these standards is EXO Xiumin. Xiumin revealed that he had been struggling with his weight since debut when people were discussing his physique and criticizing him for being quote-unquote chubby. He was also the victim of yo-yoing, which means that he would lose weight rapidly and then gain the weight back back. I don't think I have to explain how dangerous that is to his health. His most dangerous diet was during the Growl promotions, and it's called the coffee diet. During that time, Xiumin ate once every 2 weeks and only drank coffee, causing his weight to drop to 53 kilograms. When the Growl era was over, he gained 10 kilograms back in a couple of months. Xiumin advised, "Yo-yo happens quickly. I do not recommend to skip eating to lose weight." SISTA's Dasom. While the other members of SISTA stuck to running and eating salads to stay slim, Dasom took it a step further. Dasom revealed that she had tried a variety of diet plans such as herbal medicines, shakes, detoxes, just so she could reach her preferred weight. She also revealed, "In order to lose weight in a short period of time, starvation is the most effective." Dasom added, "As a female idol star, I have to watch my weight under an intense weight loss plan. I do a diet therapy and exercise at the same time. Who doesn't like to eat? We live for eating and we eat for living." So since she couldn't starve herself because she needed energy for promotions and activities, she instead followed the one meal diet and managed to lose 10 kilograms in just 3 weeks. She only ate cucumber for her meals. Cucumber consists mostly of water but high amounts of calcium, and it is extremely low in calories. Sometimes she would combine it with cherry tomatoes, other fruits and vegetables, and toss in a salad. Eating cucumbers in itself isn't bad, but knowing just how active idols are, this isn't exactly the healthiest way to lose weight. IU's diet is easily the most dangerous diet an idol has revealed, and it started an equally dangerous trend among YouTubers and teenagers. In SBS's Strong Heart, she shared her story about how she was called a pig during her debut stage. She shared, "There were exactly 2 times that I choked up with tears while on stage. I was really excited on my debut stage, but the second I sang my first line, I heard someone swear at me. People in the crowd began telling me, 'Did you even practice?' and 'You pig.' Because of this, IU started a very extreme diet." She revealed this unusual diet plan on SBS Night of TV Entertainment back in 2013 and said that it helped her lose 5 kilograms in 5 days. The diet IU followed is called the My Proana diet, and to follow the diet, she consumed an apple for breakfast, 1 or 2 sweet potatoes for lunch, and a protein drink for dinner. The diet is so unhealthy that those who do the diet for even just a week lose weight almost instantly, but it also makes people sick, drained, and makes them more prone to fainting. It's not a diet meant to be done for longer periods. So after doing it for a while, IU realized that there was something wrong with her body and she couldn't keep on doing that. Despite fans being worried, a shocking number of people started doing the IU diet challenge to see if it would help them lose weight as well. Thankfully, despite her longtime struggles with eating, IU revealed that she sought professional help as well as advice from others, so things are definitely much better now. Big Bang's T.O.P. Another male idol who felt like he had to go to the extremes to fit the Korean beauty standards is Big Bang's T.O.P. But this time, the company was also at fault for pushing him to lose weight in an unhealthy way. T.O.P. used to weigh 90 kilograms while he was still training at YG Entertainment, which isn't acceptable by idol standards. This is why Young Hyun-suk, the CEO of YG at that time, told T.O.P. he would debut only after he attains the ideal body weight. This meant that he had to lose weight and he had to do it fast. What he did to achieve an idol-like body shape was start a very harmful diet. His diet consisted of only consuming unsweetened jelly and drinking mineral water. For a snack, he only had red beans, which he bought at traditional markets. He also exercised every day to lose weight. Now, I'm not a nutritionist, but this doesn't seem very healthy. Because of this diet, T.O.P. managed to lose 20 kilograms in only 40 days, but the fact that he had to basically starve himself to get into the company and pursue his dreams is just terrible. Gugudan's Mina. Mina's diet is a lesser known one, but it's just as extreme. Mina revealed that after she watched one of her performances in Produce 101, she was horrified by her appearance. On KBS's Happy Together 4, Mina said, "I was performing A-Pink's I Don't Know in a sleeveless shirt and I looked so chubby while dancing. The performance had such an impact on her that she couldn't wear sleeveless tops after watching it, and she even started dieting after that." But as we've seen so far from the examples in this video, her diet was far from healthy. She shocked viewers by revealing that she quit eating food and survived on drinking 2 bottles of sparkling water a day. She also shared that at her lowest weight, she was 41.7 kilograms. Of course, this worried everyone since this diet was especially unsafe, but Mina advised her fans against trying it and said that it made her sad whenever a fan would follow this diet. In a live stream from 2020, Mina shared, "I shared my sparkling water diet because I knew it's really unhealthy for you from my experience. I didn't want you guys to try my methods, so I'm very upset whenever someone DMs me if she can lose weight like me if she only drinks sparkling water." She continued, "It's unnecessary unless you have a job like mine. I don't think being skinny is the only way to be beautiful." BTS's Jimin. BTS have had a sad history with dieting, but when it comes to extreme diets, Jimin tops the list in the group for undergoing the most unhealthy diet. Back in 2018, in BTS's Wings concept book, Jimin revealed that he lost 7 kilograms due to heavy exercise and a brutal diet. In fact, the blood, sweat, and tears era was so rough that he would pass out during rehearsals, making the others worried about his health. His diet plan simply included not eating anything anything. During his appearance on Please Take Care of My Refrigerator, Jimin confessed that he did not like the fact that he looked chubby, so he wanted to work on himself for blood, sweat, and tears. His solution was to go on a 1-meal diet plan for 10 days, but of course, this diet had consequences. Jimin revealed that he did not have any energy left to practice after his meals, thus making him collapse quite often. He said, "I was pretty sensitive during my diet. When we practiced the choreography together, I was the only one knocked over, not because I was hungry, but because I had no strength. The members were very worried about him and invited him to eat quite often, but he continued to push forward with his dieting no matter how intense it was." Jimin said, "It was inevitable, so the members could only feel sorry for me. Jin told me, 'Eat with me, why do you have to do that?' But I just told him, no, I need to do it," and continued to diet. He hasn't gone to extremes ever since then, but it's upsetting that we have several stories of idols feeling like they didn't look like people wanted them to. They're perfect just the way they are. After school's Yui. Yui's diet might not be as extreme as the other ones on this list, but it went on for far longer than it should have. This is also an instance in which the netizens' comments on idols' bodies have had some very dangerous consequences. In an episode of I Live Alone, Yui talked about her belly fat controversy and how it shaped the way she ate for 8 years. Yes, this diet lasted 8 whole years. Yui explained that when After School was promoting Bang, the members wore crop tops. The top showed her belly, and she was heavily criticized for having belly fat. Yui said, "I was around 21 to 22 years old at that time, but I cried a lot thinking, do people really care that much about my body, and doesn't everyone have this much?" These comments ended up having a long-lasting effect on her. For the next 8 years after that, she ate all the healthy food she wanted, but would make sure it did not exceed 1,000 calories. That is only half of the recommended amount of daily intake. But even when she did what netizens wanted, they started making comments about how skinny she was. The fact that she did it for such a long time must have been detrimental for her health, and many wonder how much she struggled with the diet. It must have been a lot for her to handle. What's the most extreme diet you've heard an idol has gone through? As more idols opened up about their routines, the list just kept growing, each one more shocking than the last. The diet culture in K-pop is a tough one. Oftentimes, K-pop idols come clean about the harsh and strict diets that they had to take in order to achieve the desired look. Unfortunately, some of these could have ended in a disaster if they went on for just a little longer. SISTA's Soyou. Dasom wasn't the only member of SISTA who once went through a harsh diet to achieve the desired figure. In 2013, Soyou received a lot of compliments on her figure as the girls were gearing up for their comeback. During one of the group showcases, Soyou shared that in order to achieve her gorgeous look, she had to keep a strict diet. Soyou described her diet, "I took out salt and decreased carbs from my diet. I ate 1 meal per day, and when I was really hungry, I ate eggs and a sweet potato." There was also a diet when Soyou would only eat 1 meal a day again, and that would consist of 4 quail eggs without the yolk and a glass of milk. Following this diet, Soyou lost around 8 kilograms. She also maintained a strict workout routine. She would do yoga, weight training, and cardio. On top of that, she would also have rehearsals for her choreography. In 2022, Soyou decided to share a little bit more about the struggles with food and weight that she had to endure. She said that one thing she struggled with even when she turned 30 years old was her weight. Soyou clarified that all members of SISTA were slim around the time that they debuted, and that she weighed around 49 kilograms. As Soyou continued with her story, she mentioned being caught by her managers many times when she snuck into the bathrooms to eat in secret. SISTA's agency also gave Soyou a journal in which she had to record each spoonful of rice she ate whenever she had a meal. Soyou also described one of the many diet plans she'd tried in the past. It consisted of 1 sweet potato for breakfast, a slice of bread for lunch, and 3 slices of gimbap for dinner. Soyou is now in a much happier place, and she shared that she actually doesn't carry any anger towards her agency. Red Velvet's Wendy. Wendy from Red Velvet is another idol who doesn't stray away from harsh diets. During her appearance on the show Give Me a Meal in 2018, Wendy shared that the girls make sure to care for themselves during promotions. Wendy further explained, "In severe times, I would blend black beans, milk, cabbage, and apple and eat it in the morning after I woke up. Then I would do 10,000 jump ropes to digest that. For lunch, Wendy would only eat 1 pouch of pumpkin juice and nothing else." When the MC commented that he wouldn't be able to do it, Wendy commented that she was like this mostly when she was a trainee. After they debuted, she couldn't go on such a diet again, and she probably wouldn't be able to now as well. It's especially sad to hear Wendy talking about this because she has been a target of malicious comments regarding her weight for a long time. Even if she put herself through these diets, her weight didn't drop as quickly as she wanted it to, which made her desperate to lose it even more. Now, Wendy proudly believes that the prettiest look on someone is their confidence. Ladies Code Ashley. Ladies Code Ashley is known for being extremely open and honest about her life as an idol, so she really didn't hold back once the topic of diets was brought up during one of the Get Real podcast episodes. Ashley revealed that before she became an idol, she never went through any type of diet, and no one around her ever suggested that she should. Her first experience experience with dieting came as soon as she became a trainee in Korea. Ashley shared, "I came to Korea and I was still pretty skinny then. I was around 52 kilograms. They wanted me to be 49 to 50. They would measure us every week. Starting then, I started my unhealthy diet because they didn't even teach us how to diet. For every meal, Ashley would have a handful of tomatoes, and as she calls it, she started to kind of starve herself. Then she revealed that she didn't get her period for a whole year. Her agency actually took Ashley to get hormone shots to help with her cycle, but the only thing that helped was eating well and having a good sleep schedule." It's really important for idols like Ashley to speak up about the horrible after effects these diets can have, so everyone can be aware of how toxic and damaging the diet culture truly is. Somi. In December of 2021, Somi caught everyone's attention with her beautiful transformation. In preparation for her comeback, Somi lost around 10 kilograms. The secret to this quick weight loss were bananas. Somi didn't eat anything but bananas for a week, and she had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As a result, Somi lost a whopping 5 kilograms in a week following this diet. Bananas aren't low in calories, and they're high in fiber, so they can make you feel full even after eating just one. Although one-food diets are often practiced to lose weight quickly, the yo-yo effect after can be devastating. Before her comeback with Dum Dum, Somi weighed around 46 kilograms. As of recently, Somi focuses on maintaining a strict but effective workout routine. 2 AM's Chungmin. Chungmin once went through a drastic weight loss, and while it helped him to achieve the figure he's always wanted, it doesn't mean that it was healthy. In 2012, during one of the episodes of the show Star Life Theater, Chungmin discussed his experiences with weight loss. During the episode, the reporter spent the day with 2 AM and noticed that while other members snacked on ramen between meals, Chungmin went for chicken breasts or sausages. After Chungmin was asked about his food choices, he explained, "I used to weigh over 100 kilograms. I lost 18 kilograms in 3 weeks and about 30 kilograms in 6 weeks. I only ate 2 blocks of tofu a day and ran 6 hours. After that, I ate healthily and exercised often to keep the weight down." Even though his diet got him the desired result, it's understandable that it wasn't the safest way to lose weight. One of the reasons for Chungmin's drastic weight loss was the fact that performing on stage isn't only about the song, but about the visuals as well. Chungmin shared that he made sure to wake up at 6 AM and incorporate a daily exercise routine into his hectic schedule. Then in 2013, Chungmin shocked everyone with yet another weight loss. This time, Chungmin lost around 13 kilograms in 3 weeks and gained a set of abs. Netizens were obviously surprised that Chungmin managed to lose so much weight in such a short amount of time. While the results were definitely worth it, it probably took a huge toll on Chungmin. Global Icons Wonket. Even though Global Icon are long disbanded, the diet of one particular member still goes around as one of the worst ones. Wonket revealed that to look her best during her debut, she lost around 16 kilograms. The secret to her weight loss is horrible. Before her debut, Wonket would maintain a pretty steady diet of drinking 1 bottle of soy milk a day, and then she carefully picked the food that she would eat to lose the weight. Their agency shared, when Wonket first started training, she weighed 59 kilograms. A year before she debuted, she drank only soy milk and ate carefully, losing 9 kilograms. She continued to steadily shed the weight until she lost 16 kilograms in total. This diet is definitely one of the ruthless ones, and it's likely that Wonket's body was really stressed out by consuming mainly soy milk. Dolbang Shingi. Dolbang Shingi as well had their bad experience with strict diets, especially Chungmin. In 2014, Dolbang Shingi embarked on their T1 story tour where Chungmin had a solo performance where he was completely shirtless. In order to get the best physique for the show and show off his perfect abs, Chungmin went on a seriously strict diet. Chungmin didn't drink any alcohol for 2 months in order to prepare for the performance. He was also told by his trainer not to eat any soup, stew, hot pepper flakes, or hot pepper paste, and he had to miss out on these foods for 2 months as well. His diet mostly consisted of mild, low-sodium foods, and while this isn't the worst diet on this list, there has been a rumor that Dolbang Shingi participated in the so-called water diet in the past. The rumor was never confirmed, but supposedly, Dolbang Shingi used to practice water diets before their comebacks. In the week leading up to the comeback, the group would only consume water, and then for the last 24 hours, they would stop consuming anything at all, not even a glass of water, to make them look skinnier. As this is just a rumor, there's a high chance it's not even true, because if it was, then that might be the worst K-pop diet ever. Ailey. In 2019, Ailey appeared on the show Video Star, where she shared her experiences with dieting. Ailey opened up about one of her comebacks and the strict diet and heavy exercise routine she maintained to look her best for the comeback. At that time, Ailey's weight was the lowest it's ever been at 49 kilograms. When Ailey finally made the comeback, the reaction to her new figure was mainly negative. People would ask her questions like, "Did you gain it all back?" and "What happened in the last few days?" Ailey explained, "I didn't expect that because I had lost 10 to 11 kilograms before that comeback, but that was the response I received. The reason for the negative feedback was a photoshopped image of her looking way skinnier than she really was." Ailey thought that it was quite unfair to her as she worked hard and lost a lot of weight. weight. In 2021, Ailey opened up about the topic yet again and explained her struggles with dieting even more. Ailey described that her diet only consisted of eating only 500 calories a day so that she could lose weight quicker. The standard level of calorie intake for a day should be around 1,200, so Ailey's was significantly lower. Although Ailey achieved the skinny look she wanted, this actually negatively affected her voice. Ailey didn't have enough energy to sing, and nodules began to appear on her larynx. The doctor warned her that if she kept doing this diet, she would have to deal with a lot more serious health problems in the future. Now it seems like Ailey is treating her body with love and respect, and that's all that matters. But the bigger issue isn't just the diets themselves, it's how casually they're shared and how easily that normalizes unhealthy behavior. Fans of K-pop groups and idols have been dealing with discussion about weights and diets for as long as the industry has existed. Diet culture is deeply ingrained in the industry, and there's no escaping from it. However, with fans becoming more and more aware about how unhealthy this practice is, they've started asking idols to not constantly discuss their extreme diets or how much they weigh. People have come to the agreement that the weight and body that many idols try to achieve is more than unrealistic, and that it turns the self-perception of fans for the worse. The dieting starts from when the idols become trainees. Momo of Twice had quite an intense story with extreme dieting from when she was a trainee. During a live stream, she revealed that she had to lose 7 kilograms before the group debuted, and she managed to do so in only a week. She didn't eat anything for the whole week and basically slept at the gym. She even went as far as to eat a cube of ice per day for the whole week, as she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to stand on stage with the rest of the members. It came to the point where she got scared for her own life, as she said, "When I laid down on the bed and tried to sleep, I was scared that I wouldn't wake up again, so I suddenly started crying." Momo succeeded in losing the weight and even gained it back right after, but the fans were still horrified at the story. Unfortunately, the methods to lose weight get even worse. Trainees had shared that they took laxative, cut their nails and hair, put a scale in front of the refrigerator, and even donated blood, all in an effort to lose weight. The unhealthy diets don't stop after debuting, as now they're expected to look a certain way to appeal to the audiences. But the pressure of the companies doesn't even compare to the pressure that comes from K-pop fans who criticize and pile on idols once they notice a slight change in their weight. After-school member Yui gained a lot of backlash due to her belly fat when the group was promoting their song Bang. The comments affected her so much that she only ate 1 meal a day for 8 years after the quote-unquote scandal happened. Infinite Songjung also recently shared that his meals throughout the day contain a single boiled egg, which is split into 3 portions. Songjung has always been known to have a small appetite, but it can't be healthy in any way to eat a single boiled egg as your meal throughout the day. Mind you, Songjung has been an idol for more than a decade, and yet he still has unhealthy eating habits so he can maintain his small appetite and slim body. Becca also shared in an interview with us that dieting was the worst thing that she struggled with during her whole career. Kyla from Priston also became a victim of netizens' comments in 2018, as they thought that she didn't have a body of an idol. They also accused Kyla for allegedly not taking care of herself, as she was, according to netizens, negatively affecting the rest of Priston because of her weight. Regarding her body, a netizen commented, "That honestly looks like a complete failure at managing herself. Whether she's young or not doesn't matter. This is her job and she's making a living off of it. She's totally a detriment to the team, and it shows a lack of care for her job." Some even theorized that Pledis made Kyla gain weight on purpose so the group could get attention by netizens hating on her. Yeah, go figure. These comments are also present when the idols lose weight, so it can be concluded that netizens and even some fans will never be satisfied no matter what these idols do. You'd think that with the passing of time, netizens would get more aware of the damage that these conversations cause the idols involved, but that doesn't happen. Even in 2022, female idols have been the target of backlash due to weight gain. Despite being only 17, NMIX's Jiwoo was urged by netizens to lose weight and got criticized for not taking care of herself. One person wrote that, "If one member of the group is so overweight, the picture of the whole group will be ruined." Ives' Liz was the topic of a Soljong video along with her fellow member Ray, as he said both of them were getting chubbier. Jonghyun dealt with the same thing after she came back from her hiatus and joined the rest of the Twice members on the group's comeback, The Feels. She gained weight due to the medication she had to take for her anxiety, which made her receive waves of hate as netizens found the opportunity to call her the nastiest names. Even though her fans did a good job of shielding her from the hate, she still dealt with horrible comments. A netizen said, "I understand that this is because she is ill, but in the end, isn't it true that her physical appearance hasn't been taken care of that well? So it's normal that with this being the norm in South Korea, it's nothing out of the ordinary for idols to share just how they lost their weight and how they managed to maintain it. But we should also take into consideration the way fans and the way they perceive themselves are affected by this. It can go as far as for fans to follow these unhealthy eating habits to lose weight without checking the context these diets are used for and their background first. K-pop fans doing trends out of diets has been a thing for a while now. Since idols share their diet routines frequently, it isn't information that's hard to find. From news outlets, forums, blogs, or YouTube, fans can find out about the eating habits of their favorite idols and can also get the wrong idea that by following said diet, they can lose weight quickly and achieve an idol-like figure. When IU revealed in a 2013 interview that she only consumes an apple, 2 sweet potatoes, and a bottle of protein shake a day, instead of others being worried, people started to turn her diet into a trend. If you search IU diet challenge on YouTube, you'll get plenty of videos of fans trying the same routine, videos that have gathered thousands of views. Zoe Alya, a former dieter, tried IU's diet for a month as she had researched her eating habits to comply with common beauty standards, but she suffered the consequences of eating unhealthily. As she said, "I felt tired, like I was dying every day. I used to shiver a lot and have blackouts in class. My mood was ruined all the time and I constantly had headaches." She also shared that she had gotten a binge eating disorder after she had followed the routine for a month. So idols speaking about the way they starved themselves to reach their desired weight and posting their weight on social media has a terrible impact on their vulnerable audience. With their audience mostly being teenagers, the unrealistic expectations about the way someone should look, which are set by K-pop idols, can really affect the fans' mental health and mindset as they grow up. They will be hard on themselves and compare their body sizes to these idols and feel upset because they look nothing like them. Even though sometimes these idols make a warning that the diets are unhealthy, just sharing these unhealthy tips and creating the idea in the fans' mind that they can lose weight by following their routine is damaging in itself. They often don't even talk about the side effects like gaining weight after the diet is done or developing eating issues. All these diets are intended to make people lose weight in a matter of days or weeks, but nutritionists have emphasized time and time again that losing weight is a long-term process that can take months or even years when done properly. However, knowing all this, we should also take into consideration the idol side in this. Most of them start training pretty young and have been told that weighing less is what makes them achieve their dreams and get liked by the public. They were also told to go onto extreme diets at a very young age, which wasn't healthy at all and created some serious body issues for them. Having fans talk about their abs, their thin waist and legs all the time and speaking about how good they look probably didn't help. Most idols are probably in the process of getting over their own issues and how they perceive themselves, with most of them being self-conscious about their own bodies due to the comments others make about them. We already talked about how netizens call idols like Yui, Kyla, and Jonghyun fat, even though they're perfectly healthy, so it's natural that they're harsh on themselves. So when they share their weight and their dieting habits, it might be because they're proud of what they've achieved, as being remaining thin is an integral part of who they are. We should even be sympathetic because they constantly feel like they need to lose weight despite being perfectly healthy. Not only that, but if idols don't discuss the way that they lose weight, it might create the impression that they were born with perfect bodies. It would create much more issues if the idols pretended to eat fast food and exercise and yet appeared to be skinny. This would have irreparable damages to the self-esteem of their fans and would just make more people start dieting. It's not right for celebrities to talk about their weight constantly, but most of these idols probably don't even intend to get fans to follow their crazy diets, just sharing their personal experience, which, even though is extreme, is considered normal for them. In conclusion, we should come to understand both sides of the same coin. It's perfectly okay for fans to feel uncomfortable with the way idols are in a way promoting unhealthy eating habits, but we should also understand that this is all idols know and that it's hard for them to break off this cycle. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to discover more about the intense diets and routines that Korean celebrities have gone through to maintain their image.